Hello and welcome to the Kim Iversen Show. So tonight we're talking to Dr. Jill Stein, who has recently announced that she's once again running for president and is seeking the nomination on the Green Party ticket. Now, I know I have a mixed bag of viewers here. Some of you are really on the left, some of you are really on the right, so conservatives and liberals. I've got the whole mix here. So if you identify as a conservative and you think that you would never, ever, ever in a million years vote for somebody who is on the Green Party ticket because your whole life you've grown up thinking, oh, those crazy liberals, I want you to take some time tonight and actually listen because things have been shaken up lately when it comes to politics. You just might find yourself agreeing with somebody that you didn't think you would ever agree with. So keep an open mind for those of you who are on more of the conservative right-wing side of things. You might be surprised. You might find yourself agreeing with Jill Stein from the Green Party. You might find that and it might shock you. So I hope you do enjoy this conversation. Dr. Jill Stein did run back in 2012 against Barack Obama and Mitt Romney, but it was her run in 2016 when she was accused by many Democrats of ruining the election for Hillary Clinton. People said a vote for Jill Stein was a vote for Donald Trump, if that makes sense. They smeared her as a Putin puppet because she attended a dinner event where Putin was seated at her table, though she didn't speak to him nor his associates, and because some Russians on Facebook liked her. Jill was recently the campaign manager for Cornel West before he decided to go independent after initially running on the People's Party and then switching to the Green Party before he switched to independent. Now, Dr. Jill Stein, she threw her hat in the ring shortly after his departure. She has a Harvard education. She's a medical doctor. She has practiced medicine for many, many years. She was raised Jewish. She has run for governor of Massachusetts twice, as well as a run for state rep. She has been a vocal advocate for the environment, democracy, campaign finance reform. During her years in medical practice, she became aware of the links between toxic exposures and illnesses and became an activist to clean up our environment. She led the fight to clean up the filthy 5 coal plants in Massachusetts. She's helped pass election reform laws in Massachusetts that ended up, of course, being dismantled by Democrats, of all people. She's led initiatives against racism and war. Her campaign slogan is People, Planet, Peace. And I'm looking forward to finding out more about her platform and her plan for America. So before we get started, let me tell you about tonight's sponsor, cbdistillery.com. So if you're looking for that perfect gift, I've got a great idea for you. CBD from cbdistillery.com. Get everyone on your list the gift of better sleep, less pain after exercise, a relaxed and calm mind, maybe get something for yourself. I know during this holiday season, we could all use some relaxation. So cbdistillery.com has you covered with their full range of carefully formulated CBD and plant-based solutions. CB Distillery's healing plant compounds are made with the highest quality clean ingredients, no artificial colors, no artificial flavors or preservatives. And with over 2 million customers and a 100% money-back guarantee, CB Distillery is the source to trust. So this year, give the gift of a calmer mind, better sleep, less pain after exercise. And with code KIM, you can stuff all their stockings for 20% off. So visit cbdistillery.com and enter the code KIM for your discount. No prescription required. That is cbdistillery.com, promo code KIM for 20% off. Dr. Jill Stein, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here.
It's an honor to be here. Really looking forward to talking, Kim.
So let's start off with you've thrown your hat in the ring once again. You're running for president. Now, help walk me through this process to start off. Do you have to you have to get the Green Party nomination? Is there a primary for the Green Party first?
There's a nominating convention, and each state basically has a primary type process.
Okay.
Yes. So I am competing for the nomination. Yes.
Got it.
But
okay.
That said, there's not exactly an experienced stable of candidates. So I think it's fair to say that I would be considered the presumptive nominee pretty soon.
Okay. And when is that? When is the convention? Like when is it final that you are the nominee for the Green Party?
That date hasn't been set, but it's probably not until late spring, early summer. So probably around June. Yeah.
Okay, so ballot access is a big problem for third-party candidates and also for independent candidates. So does Green Party have ballot access everywhere? Or is this something you're going to be battling?
Oh, we'll definitely be battling because the rules are created in order to keep challengers off the ballot. This is part of our democracy crisis here in the country. And this is a piece of it that is suppressing political opposition and smearing it and silencing it and keeping it off the ballot or throwing you off the ballot if you happen to get on. And they will try to do
Right.
that as well, we're sure. But currently, we are on the ballot right now in basically 20 states.
Okay.
Um, that are either we're securely on or just certain paperwork has to go through. We're on in basically 20. And the good thing is that we have 80% of the heavy lifting done. There are some states which are extremely difficult. They require 40,000 and more valid signatures, which means you have to collect twice as many. So we have up to 100,000 signatures in any given state. Fortunately, we have the hard ones just about all done. So
Okay.
right now we have work to do, but the vast majority of the work is behind us. We've locked in 80% of the work now.
And,
20% remains.
and are you saying that about the 30 remaining states that you would need access on, or are you saying so you're
That's
on
right.
for sure in 20 states and then you're 80% of the way on the other 30?
Well, actually, we're 80% all things considered.
Oh,
If you
okay.
consider the whole heavy lift, which means getting lots of signatures, more in some states than others, if you consider how many signatures you need and how much it's going to cost you, we have 80% of that work is done. 20% remains. We need to raise $1 million to complete the process. But, No Label says they're raising 70 million, to get on the ballots because they don't have a grassroots network. We have a grassroots network in just about every state. We have people who have fought these battles before.
Yeah.
Um, Access to the ballot is basically political power, and we have been contesting for that power for a long time, which has a lot to do with why I jumped into the race, because when Dr. West decided he was going to go it alone, he gave up ballot access in all those states, and if you don't use it, you're going to lose it. So we really had to uh, fill the void
Right.
when he decided he would rather do it alone.
And that is because the rules are that ballot access is often determined on how you performed in the previous election. Is that right?
Exactly.
Hmm.
And then your ability to fight, that fight depends on people who know what the fight is about and who know how to watchdog the rules, because there's not only 50 states with 50 different rules, but they change all the time too. So you have to have this culture of fighting for power. And Greens have been doing this for a while, which is why we're very confident. We were on the ballot in 47 states last time for about
Hmm.
95% voters. So we can, and I should say that was in my last race, which was 2016. And we're
Yeah.
reactivating all those networks, and we presume that we will be on in at least 47, and we're counting on a 50 state
On all
campaign this
50.
time.
Wow, that would be great. That would be really great. Just out of curiosity, which states is it more difficult to get on the ballot? Is it harder in Republican run states or harder in Democrat run states?
It's not so much party, it's the size of the state. So, like in California, we've had ballot access for a long time, and just by having active Greens there, we can continue to hold on to our ballot access. But if you were starting for the first time, it may be somewhere around 150,000 or 200,000 registrations that you need. You need a lot of party registrations if you're going to get on as a party. I don't remember exactly what the number of signatures is, but it's huge. It's huge, and it would be millions of dollars just in that state alone to get on the
Yeah.
ballot. Texas is another really big one, and in New York, they recently kind of snuck in changes to their rules in order to basically wipe out competition. So it's going to be really hard to get on the ballot in New York, but we are determined to do it. We have like a really narrow window, 6 weeks, to get like 45,000 valid
Wow.
signatures. So
Wow.
it's going to be really tough. But the harder they fight to silence competition, the more urgent and critical it is that we fight back. And
Right.
so we're going to do that.
Right. And it's, now with people, there's more awareness to the battle also these days with independent media, with social media.
Totally.
There's definitely more awareness about how the two-party system just squashes the competition. It's not really much of a Democrat, democracy, democracy. And then they do everything they can to thwart democracy and to maintain power. And I think people are becoming really aware of that.